Have you ever been completely satisfied with your life? And then you open social media. You were fine 5 minutes ago. You felt good about your body. You were proud of your progress. You were grateful for your relationship, your children, your business, or even your career. You were like, Lord, thank you. And while you were scrolling, you then saw another woman. Her body looked better than yours. She looked more successful. Her relationship appeared happier. Her business seemed more successful than yours. What else? Her children looked perfectly behaved. And suddenly, the life you were grateful for no longer felt good enough for you. But nothing in your life actually changed like that. The only thing that changed was what you compared your life to. Think about that for a minute. See, failure may disappoint you, but comparison can make you dislike yourself. Failure says something I tried did not work. Comparison says there is something wrong with me. And that is why comparison may be destroying more women than failure. See, comparison is destroying more women than failure, whether we like it or not. That is the truth. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
Stand in your power. Own every minute, every hour. This is your story. Starting now. Stand in your power. Let the world see how. Stand in your power. Stand in your power now. Turn up your voice, your truth, your wow. Stand in your power. This is your channel now.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Yes Life Coaching Women Stand in Your Power, where we help women recognize their worth, strengthen their voice or their voices, create healthy boundaries, and then we help them choose their futures. Today, we are talking about comparison. And you may be wondering, what is it about comparison? Not the harmless kind of comparison, not the harmless kind that inspires you to improve. I am talking about the kind that makes you question your beauty, makes you question your progress, your relationship, your purpose, and sometimes your entire identity. Now, this conversation was inspired by an award-winning actress in India. I don't know if she's only in India, Vidya Balan. And what she reveals, what this woman reveals about the physical and emotional cost of trying to become the kind of person, society appeared to celebrate. Her story is personal, but her lessons belong to every woman who has ever looked at someone else's life and silently asked, why can't I be more like her? Why can't I be better than her? Or why can't I be this way or that way? Interesting. Let's look at her story. Vidya Balan's story. According to a recent report, Vidya Balan reflected on a period where she believed that being strong meant proving she could be like the boys. So she pushed herself to match outside standards of toughness and endurance in her career and even at the gym. Her message was not that women are incapable or should not, pursue equality. It was that equality should not require a woman to erase herself. It should not require a woman to ignore her body or harm her health just to prove that she deserves to be taken seriously. That was what her message was. That, you see, the constant pressure for her to measure herself against an outside standard reportedly began affecting her physical and emotional well-being. Vidya had also spoken openly in the past about the criticism she received concerning her weight. Now, after hearing these comments repeatedly, something happened that many women will understand. The voices outside her eventually became the voice inside her. So people criticized her body so often that she began fighting her own body. And that is how comparison becomes dangerous. I don't know where you are watching from, but from wherever you are watching for, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, like, share. I want you to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. I see 2 people are here. You are welcome. And so people criticize her body so often that she began to fight her own body. I don't know if you're able to relate to this, and this is how comparison becomes dangerous. When you allow outside voices become your voice. At first, it is that someone else is judging you. Eventually, you learn to judge yourself on their own behalf. Have you ever experienced this kind of thing? Let me know in the comment section. Have you ever gotten to the point where other people's voices become your own voice and you begin to judge yourself? So you begin to judge yourself on behalf of other people. People no longer have to say you are not attractive enough. You say it to yourself because you began to believe their voices became stuck in your head. They no longer have to tell you that you are behind in life. You remind yourself every morning that, hey, you are behind in life. They no longer have to criticize your business. You have convinced yourself that it is not successful because it does not look like somebody else's business. The outside pressure becomes an inside prison. You don't even follow your own clock. You don't even follow your own personal timeline. You begin to live for the world's approval. Now, why does this story matter? This story matters because Vidya Balan is a successful, talented, award-winning woman. Yet success did not automatically protect her from comparison or even body criticism. I don't know where you are watching from. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That matters because we sometimes believe confidence arrives automatically when we become successful. You believe that, oh, when I have money, I'll be more confident. When I do well in everything that I'm doing, I'll become confident. Nah, confidence comes from within. A lot of times we think that, oh, when I lose weight, I will feel confident. When I get married, I will feel worthy. Oh, when my business grows, oh my goodness, I will feel successful. When people begin recognizing me, I will finally believe in myself. That is what we tell ourselves. But if you do not deal with comparison, people, every achievement simply introduces you to a new group of people you believe are ahead of you. I say it again. Every achievement, okay, if you do not deal with comparison, every achievement simply introduces you to a new group of people you believe are ahead of you. So let's say you lose 10 pounds, then you begin to compare yourself with someone thinner. You grow your business and you did well. You grew your business from 0 to where it is today. You begin to compare yourself with a larger company. You get married. You begin to compare your relationship with other people's relationships online. You buy a house. and immediately you notice that someone else's house is bigger than yours. Comparison keeps moving the finish line. It keeps moving the goalpost. And that is why some women have everything they once prayed for, but still they cannot enjoy it. They are too busy measuring their blessings against someone else's life. You seem to forget that where you are, some people are even struggling to get there. And that's why I say, instead of comparing yourself, why don't you just thank God? Give God thanks. Okay? Give God thanks for where you are. Give God thanks for how far He has brought you. And you see, when you are grateful for the little that you have, God opens your eyes. God expands your horizon and gives you much more. He gives you much more. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, have mercy. I need to charge my phone, guys. I need to charge my phones. I'll be right back. I need to charge my phone. Okay, so what are we talking about? We are talking about why comparison is wrong, why you shouldn't compare yourself with anybody, no matter where you are, no matter what situation your life, where your situation is in. I keep telling people, do not compare yourself with anyone. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Now let's look at failure versus comparison. So a lot of times when you begin to compare yourself with other people, you begin to tell yourself, oh, that you have failed. So I want us to analyze what failure really is. I want us to analyze that. Failure hurts, right? Let us be honest about the fact that failure hurts. It does hurt to fail. And the truth is, whether we like it or not, a business can fail, a relationship can end. You can be rejected for a job. Of course you can. You can be rejected for a job. You can launch a product that nobody eventually buys from you. What are we talking about? You can make a decision that does not produce the result that you expected. But failure usually gives you information. Oh, let me reduce my volume. I didn't even test my audio before I started this. Okay, so you can launch a product that nobody buys. You can make a decision that gives you a result that you never expected. Hadi 130581 joined from Instagram. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Let me see if my audio is working, because I've just been talking. I don't know. All right, my audio is fine. Okay, so yes, as I was saying, you can make a decision and the result you get was not what you were expecting. But you see, failure would usually give you information. You can ask, oh, what happened? Why did this happen? What did I learn from what happened in this situation? Or what should I change? If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Please do like the live stream. Like the live stream, share. Let's know where you are watching from, okay? So you failure will give you information, and it will give you information like, should you try again? Should I move in a different direction? What am I not doing rightly? And when you get that information that failure gives you, it pushes you in the right direction. It pushes you to do the right thing to get better. Failure can eventually become your teacher. Okay, but let's look at comparison. Comparison does not simply question your strategy, it does question your worth. So failure says, my plan did not work. Okay, but comparison says, I am not good enough. You see how you destroy yourself with comparison? Failure says, oh, I need to try something different. I need a different approach. But comparison says, I need to become a different person. You see where those two differ. Failure may bruise your confidence, but it is temporary. But comparison can slowly erase your identity. It will slowly change the person that you are. It will slowly change how you see yourself. Imagine you started a business 1 year ago, okay? You have 10 loyal customers. You are learning. The work is improving. A few people are beginning to recommend you, or they are beginning to subscribe to your channel. Then you go online and you see a woman obviously celebrating 10 years. And then you are like, this person has been in business. She's doing so well. She has thousands of customers. Oh my God, she's beautiful. She has a beautiful office, several employees, and she also has something that looks like a 6-figure launch. Then suddenly, your 10 customers begin to feel like nothing. For a business you started from zero, then you start thinking, whoa, maybe I am not meant for this. Why? Because you compared yourself to another person. You start asking yourself, telling yourself, my business is too small. Everybody is growing except me. But you are comparing your first year with another woman's 10th year. You see how comparison can be deadly and crazy. You do not know how many times that woman in her 10th year failed. You do not know how much money she lost. You do not know who supported her. You don't know how many years she worked before people started paying attention. You saw one successful moment and then you used it to judge your own entire journey. Your entire journey that you started from zero, and you now have 10 clients that are ride or die. Now her success was supposed to show you what might be possible. But because you were comparing yourself to her, comparison turned it into evidence that you are failing. Meanwhile, you are not failing. So you see how comparison can destroy us as women. You see how it can destroy us as women. Nowhere is comparison more visible than in the way women are taught to see their bodies. A woman can look in the mirror and feel beautiful. She can look in the mirror and feel fine. Then she sees an Instagram filtered photograph. She sees a fitness video or a celebrity who has access to personal trainers, chefs, stylists, makeup artists, cosmetic procedures and professional editing. She sees that person on Instagram, then she compares that, she compares that carefully produced image with her ordinary reflection, and then she calls herself unattractive. She does not stop to consider the resources behind that image that she's looking at. She simply says, oh, there's something wrong with my body. My body is wrong. That was part of Vidya Balan's struggle. External criticism caused this woman to treat her body like an enemy that needed to be defeated. You can see how beautiful she is. And many women are doing the same thing. A lot of women are punishing their bodies with extreme diet. Ooh, I want to slim down. They are exercising from shame instead of from care. A lot of women are wearing clothes that hide them. They are avoiding photographs. A lot of women are waiting to lose weight before allowing themselves to be visible, to be loved, to be celebrated, and all of that. But your body is not a failed version of another woman's body. Your body is uniquely yours. Your body has carried you through stress. Your body has carried you through childbirth, hormonal changes, illness, aging, grief, survival. Your body has carried you through different seasons of life. You can have health goals without hating yourself. You can desire change without declaring war on your body. Taking care of your body or taking care of yourself should come from the belief that your body deserves care, not from the belief that your body deserves punishment. I don't know who this is for, but I just felt like we needed to talk about this. Let's look at the pressure to have everything. Now, women are not only comparing their bodies, women are also comparing their entire lives. We are comparing our entire lives. We see one woman's career, we see another woman's marriage, we see another woman's body, and we are like, OMG. We see another woman's home. We look at another woman's children, and we are like, this is better than mine. We see another woman's confidence. Then we compare the best parts of 5 different women and then pressure ourselves to become all of those women at the same time. Isn't that madness? Isn't that crazy? We want the successful career of one woman. We want the marriage of another woman. We want the body of another one. We want the home of another one. We want the parenting skills of another one. Do you know how exhausting that can be for one person? You begin to think, I want this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Then we ask ourselves why we are exhausted. Do you know that thinking like that and wanting to be another woman is a huge mental load? You are trying to compete with a woman who does not exist. Because even the woman you admire does not have every part of her life put together. She does not have every part of the life you have created in your imagination. Someone may have a successful career and privately wish she had more time with her family. Someone may have a beautiful marriage and still struggle with confidence. Someone may have the body that you admire and still dislike what she sees in the mirror. Everybody has a complete life, not just a highlight reel. But you see the highlight reel and you feel the highlight reel is a complete life. No. Comparison steals from you. Comparison steals your confidence. Comparison steals your time. Confidence is not believing you are better than everyone else. Confidence is you knowing that you still have value when someone else is also talented, when someone else is also beautiful, or when someone else is also successful. Another woman can enter a room and look beautiful without your beauty disappearing. Our intelligence should not and does not reduce yours. A success does not mean you have missed your opportunity. Someone else can be extremely, or let me say extraordinary. Someone else can be extraordinary without you becoming ordinary. Comparison makes another woman's strength feel like evidence of your weakness. You begin shrinking in rooms where you deserve to take up space just because you saw one woman walk by and you started you started acting funny. You stopped sharing your ideas. You begin to avoid opportunities. Why? You refuse to post your work because you feel another person's work is better than yours. You assume that everybody around you is more qualified than you. Like, make it make sense. It's not because you lack ability. No. You have simply just stared at someone else's strength for so long that you refuse to see your own strength. Comparison will steal your identity. And the most dangerous question is not, why does she have that? The most dangerous question is, why can't I be more like her? That question can slowly separate you from who you are. It will separate you from yourself. You change how you dress because our appearance receives more attention than yours. Then, because of that, you change how you speak too because her personality seems more acceptable. You abandon an idea because someone else's idea appears more popular than yours. You chase a lifestyle you don't truly want because it looks impressive online. Really? And then at some point, you must ask yourself, who am I when nobody is watching? Who are you when nobody is watching? What do I genuinely want when there is nothing to post? What does success feel like to me? Not just what does it look like to other people? What does success feel like to you? You need to ask yourself such questions so that comparison does not steal your identity. Another thing comparison does is it steals your presence. It keeps your mind in a constant state of evaluation. Oh, am I attractive enough? Am I successful enough? Am I slim enough? Is my relationship good enough? Am I a good mother? Am I this? Are my children doing enough? Because you constantly compare. You continue to say, oh Lord, should I be having more money at my age? Should I be married by now? Should I have had kids by now? Should I have healed by now? You constantly compare yourself, even when something good happens. Comparison immediately feels like, it immediately finds something better. You receive a promotion, but you see that someone else owns a business. You buy a home, but you immediately you see another person's house is bigger than yours. You have a loving partner, but another woman receives a more expensive anniversary gift, and you begin to think, oh, I wish my husband was like that. Comparison would not allow you to be grateful for what you have. Comparison keeps showing you what is missing until you can no longer see what is present, until you are no longer grateful for what you have. Another thing comparison will do to you is that it will steal your purpose. Whether you like it or not, comparison would steal your purpose. And purpose requires you to pay attention to your own gifts, to your own experiences, your values, and your assignment. Comparison redirects that attention towards everybody else except what you're supposed to do. Comparison takes you away from your purpose. So when you are not paying attention to your purpose, what happens? So instead of asking, what am I called to create? You begin to ask yourself, what is making her popular? You see how comparison can shift you from your purpose. Instead of asking, what does my audience need? You ask, how can I copy what made her go viral? Instead of asking, what kind of relationship is fair for me? You begin to ask, how can my relationship look more like theirs? This is how women build lives that look impressive but feel empty because they are not doing it from the authentic side. You can achieve a goal and still feel unfulfilled when the goal never truly belongs to you. Comparison will have you comparing life timelines. And one of the most painful forms of comparison is that timeline comparison. You thought that you'd be married by 30, right? You thought that you would own a home by 35. You thought, oh, my business should be successful by now. I should be generating, 6 figures by now. You thought you would already have children by now. You thought you would have recovered from the divorce, from the betrayal, from the grief, from the disappointment. Then you see someone else reaching the milestones that you wanted. You see her celebration. And her celebration feels like a reminder of what you do not have. You actually can be happy for her and still feel pain for yourself. Oh, both feelings can exist at the same time. But I want you to understand that her timing is not evidence that you have been forgotten. Like Auntie Fumi would say, delay is not denial. Life is not a classroom where every woman receives the same assignment and must finish at the same time. No. Some women begin again at 30. Some women begin again at 45. Some people will discover their purpose at 60. Some would marry young. Some women may find healthy love later in life. Some people will leave marriages that look successful from the outside, and finally they would discover peace. Later does not mean never. I repeat, later does not mean never. Different does not mean inferior. Another woman arriving before you does not mean you have missed your destination. Not at all. At all. Comparison is not always jealousy. Let's decode everything we've been talking about. Sometimes it is information. Another woman's confidence may trigger you because you know you have been silencing yourself. Her business may bother you because you have been postponing your own ideas. Her healthy relationship may remind you that you have been accepting emotional neglect. Her freedom may expose the boundaries that you are afraid to create. But I don't want you to immediately shame yourself for feeling triggered. What you need to do is to pause and ask yourself, what is this feeling revealing to me? What do I believe her life says about mine? What desire have I been ignoring that her life has triggered? What action can I take that honors my own journey? Okay? Now, healthy admiration says, her life shows me what is possible. But disruptive comparison would say, her life proves that there is something wrong with me. I want us to have the demarcation, and I want us to know the demarcation. So, one encourages growth, which is healthy admiration, and comparison encourages self-rejection. Now, the goal is to turn comparison into clarity. That is why we are having this live session. And I want you to have some practical steps that you can apply. So when you are feeling like that, you need to catch the comparison sentence. Every comparison has a sentence that is hiding behind it, which is, she is better than me. I should be further ahead. Oh, everybody has figured life out except me. I am running out of time. Things like that. When that sentence appears, you need to stop and ask yourself, is this a fact or is this fear? The truth is, you may not be behind. You may simply be on a different part. I repeat, you may not be behind. You may simply be on a different part. Another practical step I want to give you is stop comparing outcomes with context. You can see someone's success without seeing her resources, without seeing her support system, without seeing the connection, the sacrifices, the responsibilities, or even her previous failures. You are looking at the result without knowing the full story. You see, context does not diminish her success. It simply prevents you from using that success as a weapon against yourself. Why am I talking about context? You see a woman, she's all over the place, traveling the world, doing business, she's successful, she looks like she has it all together. Why am I talking about context? I'm talking about context because you need to compare apples with apples. When you look at her, she may have 5 children and she may have a good support system. She may be able to afford nannies to take care of her children so she can travel the world. You want to travel the world, but you don't have that context. You don't have that support system. You are a single mother, or you are by yourself. Or maybe you don't have the financial wherewithal to travel the world. So you cannot compare yourself with her. So that's why I'm saying you need to catch the context. The context is very important before you begin to compare yourself with someone else. She may be successful, yes. Maybe she has her parents. Maybe she grew up into wealth and she started from a level. She didn't start from ground zero. She started, somebody was a cushion ground for her to start. But you are here. You have absolutely no support system. You have no financial backup. You are starting from ground zero. You cannot compare yourself. You cannot compare yourself with her. It's a no-no. Okay? So another practical step I want you to take is when you find yourself comparing yourself with another person, define success for yourself. Ask yourself, what does a healthy life mean to me? What does a peaceful relationship mean to me? Or what does a peaceful relationship feel like? What kind of work gives my life meaning? What does financial stability look like for me in this season? What peace can I sustain without destroying my own health? See, if you don't define success, social media, family expectations, and even strangers will define it for you. So you need to ask yourself, what does success mean to me? Again, if you find yourself comparing yourself with another woman, audit what you are consuming. Pay attention to how you feel after visiting certain pages. See, we have a lot of social media, whatever, everywhere. When you go to some pages, ask yourself, how do I feel after I visit this page? Inspired is different from feeling inferior. Do you feel inspired or do you feel inferior after looking at some pages, after visiting some pages? If an account repeatedly leaves you feeling ashamed, repeatedly leaves you feeling anxious, unattractive, or dissatisfied, then you need to limit your exposure to such an account. You can mute it because you need to take care of your mental health. You can mute it, you can unfollow it, you can take a break. You need to protect your mind. Protecting your mind is not you being jealous. It is emotional responsibility for yourself. I'm telling you the truth. Because you need to be sane. You need to be comfortable in your own skin for you to be able to fulfill your purpose. You need to run your own race. When you begin to compare yourself with other people, you lose sight of your purpose. That happened to me on my channel because I saw some people doing some certain stories. I jumped on it and I forgot what I created my channel for. And at some point I needed to just take a break, and I took the well-desired break and said, no, this is not what my channel is for. This is what I need to do. This is where I need to focus on. Yes, would you lose viewers? Oh, definitely you will. Because when you left where you were supposed to be and began to run another person's race, you attracted the wrong crowd to you. So now when you decide to retrace your steps, you will lose that wrong crowd. But yeah, it's better. Unfollow. Reset, restart. think, okay, where do I really want to go? Another thing you can do is keep evidence of your growth. You see, comparison would make you forget how far you have come. You need to write down what you have survived, what you have learned, what you have changed, and what you have overcome. Those small victories that you've had, you need to record those too. The boundaries that you maintained, the difficult conversation you finally had, the money that you saved, those are victories. The applications you submitted, all of those things, you need to record them down. The days you rested without guilt, the decision not to return to a relationship that repeatedly hurt you. Listen, you're making progress. Your progress counts even when nobody is clapping for you. Another thing I want you to do when next you find yourself comparing yourself is you need to turn inspiration into one action. Okay? If another woman's confidence inspires you, express that opinion, that one honest opinion, express it today. If a career inspires you, then, and you want a job, put action into it. Submit an application. If her business inspires you, take that one step towards your own new idea. If that woman's health journey inspires you, I want you to make one sustainable choice that helps you respect your body. You don't need to copy our entire life. You can actually translate the inspiration into an action that will fit your life. Listen, if you remember only one thing from this video today, I want you to remember this. You don't need to become another woman to become a better version of yourself. You can admire that woman without abandoning yourself. You can celebrate her without reducing yourself. You can learn from her without copying her identity. You can acknowledge that she is beautiful without calling yourself ugly. Sis, you can recognize her success without you declaring yourself a failure. There is room for both of you. You don't have to abandon yourself to be like her. Her light is not proof that yours has gone out. No. Not at all. If that's the only one thing you get today, get that. If this message connects with you, write this declaration in the comments for me. I will not abandon myself to become someone else. I want you to write that down in the comment. Let that be your commitment to yourself. Again, I want you to share this video with a woman who is doing better than she realizes. That woman who is doing better than she realizes but cannot see her progress because she keeps looking at everyone else. I want you to share this video with her. If comparison has made you question your worth, silence your voice, or abandon the life you truly meant, YESS Life Coaching, can help you reconnect with yourself. Through the YESS Coaching journey, we help women recognize their worth, strengthen their voice. We give women clarity. We help women create healthy boundaries. We help them choose where they want to go with confidence and with intention. So I want you to check the description to learn how you can work with YESS Life Coaching. With that, I say, please like the video, subscribe to YESS Life Coaching Woman Stand in Your Power, and turn on your notification for more honest conversations created to help you reclaim your voice and reclaim your power. With all of that being said, people, thank you for being here. Your life is not late. Your journey is not late. Your journey is not inferior. You are not a failed version of another woman. You are an original woman with an original story, with an original voice and an original assignment. So stop comparing and start becoming. I would see you in the next one. Please continue to stand in your power. Bye. Choose yourself. Honor your journey. Start becoming. And above all, stand in your power. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.